Good morning, everybody. Grab your cup of coffee. I am going to do a two-part series. Take a drink of coffee, make sure you're wide awake. I'm going to do a two-part series of kind of how we have planned for this whole stay-at-home order, how we have created a menu, how we have stuck to that menu, how it has worked really good for us, how we gave the boys options of what they would like so we could properly prepare a menu that would eventually make everybody happy if they weren't happy to begin with every evening for dinner. That will be part one. Part two, I am going to kind of go through my spice rack and through my pantry and show you what I always try to keep on hand. So that way, if you come across some new recipe, you pretty much can rest assured that you have that seasoning or spice or oil or whatever it is in your spice rack, in your cabinet, and you can just go to town without having to run back to the store for that one extra seasoning. That always sucks. So anyway, I hope you enjoy it, and if you want to just hear how we've planned our menu, that'll be part one. If you want to skip on to part two and just see what kind of seasonings I try to make sure we have in stock, you can do that too. I appreciate you watching, and let's do this. Okay, check it out. Step one, abandon all common sense. Nobody has common sense anymore with the way things are being taken off the shelves left and right. We've already had the toilet paper shortage, the hand sanitizer shortage, and all of that. So you have to abandon common sense and get what you can when you can get it. I'm not trying to create a panic buying situation here by any means. I want to make sure that my neighbors have what they need also. We're abandoning common sense in the manner that instead of creating the menu and going and buying accordingly, we need to know what we like, know what the sales are and where the sales are, go to that store, get what you need, and get a good amount of it. Even if it is a family size pack and you have a smaller family, you can come home, you can separate it accordingly, which we will go over, and you can freeze it and just pull it out to thaw it for dinner in the next day or two. Easy, right? Hey guys, I'm gonna add a little something in here real quick. I'm sitting here watching the evening news and just saw where a lot of the large chain grocery stores are going to start limiting the amount of meat you can buy, mainly on ground beef and chicken. So keep that in mind, but there is going to be a panic created because the media is reporting this. So make sure you get what you need, make sure you share with your neighbors, make sure that everybody gets what they need. Stay safe and enjoy the rest of the video. Fruits and vegetables, on the other hand, there does seem to be an abundance of them, especially this time of year. So that's not really of a concern to me when I go to the store, is whether or not I'm going to be able to find fruits and vegetables. But I do go and I make sure that I get at least a week's supply of fruits and vegetables. A lot of fruits can be frozen to extend their shelf life. For instance, berries. My kids love berries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, berry, any kind of berry my kids like, and those freeze really good. Bananas, yeah, we all know we buy those and we sit and watch them die a slow death on our countertop, but potassium, it's good for you, and I do enjoy my bananas. Apples seem to keep pretty good, so buy accordingly, but know that eventually you are going to have to go back and get more fruits and vegetables. It's kind of our plan of attack there. We make sure we have our meats. We have fruits and vegetables that will last us a week or two. Breads can be frozen, and we will also show you how to make some great homemade breads here in the next episode or two. Also, on the bread note, a lot of times what we do is we will buy a large pack of hamburger buns or hot dog buns, And know that if, say, we're making some sort of pasta and we want a bread on the side, it's not just for hamburgers or hot dogs. You can take that bread, you can butter it up, you can put some garlic salt on it, you can put some Parmesan cheese on it, throw it in the broiler, and you got a great side bread to go with your pastas or whatever else you like the breads with. It doesn't have to be what it is meant for. So buy a large pack, save yourself some money, put it in the freezer, and utilize it accordingly. Get you some heavy-duty aluminum foil and some Ziploc storage bags or freezer bags, whatever you can find, the big 1 gallon size. And so when you come home with your meats, you can separate them. You always want to double wrap them in aluminum foil, and you put them in your freezer bags or storage bags and label what is in there. Label, label, label. Because that's the worst thing, to know you possibly have something but you don't know which package it is in the freezer. So you're wanting chicken one night, well, guess what? You got ribs. So really quick, let's go over your packaging materials for freezing your meats. Get you some heavy-duty aluminum foil. It's also good when we're gonna be doing some barbecuing later, because I wrap some of my chicken in the aluminum foil and it needs to be heavy-duty, so it serves a double purpose. Get yourself some storage bags, Ziploc large storage bags, the gallon size, or freezer bags. Get yourself a Sharpie pen in order to mark what you have on there. And then we have boneless chicken thighs. There's 8 of them in there. We have it marked. We have 3 chicken breasts in there. We have it marked. So when you store everything up, you know exactly what you're pulling out in order to thaw for that meal. Step 2. Now you come home and you create your menu. I have a very anal way of going about my menu. As you can see, it's all color-coded. So once you've gone to the store, you've came home, you've separated it into appropriate serving sizes or family serving sizes, and you've got it in the freezer. You have your list of everything that you have in the freezer. You have your vegetables, you have your bread. Now we're gonna create our menu. Sit down with your list of meats that you just got home with from the grocery store and make a weekly schedule. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. And you know that you probably have 1 or 2 of those days where maybe things aren't as easy for you and you don't have as much time to cook. So let's make those the easy nights, or let's make that pizza night, or whatever you want. So we have chicken one night, beef one night, pork one night, seafood one night. We just don't want to repeat night after night. Of course, leftovers are always good if everybody's good with leftovers. Sometimes they just have to eat what mom and dad cooks. So start it that way and we'll work from there. Once you have your schedule of what you are going to cook on what night, we can now decide what kind of recipe we're going to use for those. And what I suggest is you go back to Captain B's YouTube channel and you see what he suggests to cook or how to cook it, and try something new, have fun with it. I start preparing a lot of things the night before, and whether it's marinating them or shredding chicken so that it's ready to do something else with the next night, that's typically how I go about it. Step 3, we're going to add our side dishes and our vegetables. We have now utilized all of our meats. Take your meats as far as they will go. We know that we have chicken breasts, chicken thighs, ground beef, chorizo, salmon, easy night, whatever. Now we're going to add our side dishes and our starches or breads along with those. Figure out what kind of vegetables you have, and let's put all of that, pair it up with your meats. Step 4, and the final step is let's take our handwritten menu and go into the computer. We're gonna put it down on the computer and we are gonna color code everything. Again, I am very anal about how I did my menu, and I have a color coding scheme that worked for us and is working great still. We're gonna go with that. So let's check it out. As you can see on my menu, I have things in black, blue, red, and purple. The black means it's good to go. It has already been defrosted or there is no need to defrost. The blue means that it is frozen, so we need to get it out a day or two in advance. The red is something that we might want to start thinking about restocking on. And the purple is easy stuff. Take a night off, pull it out, it's good to go, or the kids can cook. So I hope you like this idea. I hope it works for you as well as it has for us. And honestly, it has saved us a lot of money. I know a lot of people right now are hurting for money, whether you've been laid off. It does cost you a lot up front, but in the long run, it definitely benefits because we all have to eat, right? I mean, we gotta survive. So you adjust accordingly to your budget, your likes, your tastes, your family's likes and tastes, the size of your family. And again, I hope this works well for you. Come back for part 2 of this series, and we're gonna go over the spices and what I like to have in my pantry in order to make life a lot easier for me. Thanks for watching.